All right, well, I'm really happy you're still with me here because in this video I'm going to talk about the void and opportunity because there's two separate and distinct opportunities that you can take advantage of right now. So the first opportunity is what I covered before, that there are no pages for like 95% of your competitors in in any one of these particular cities. In other words, they don't have a page for any of these cities. So taking advantage of that void, which is sort of like the evergreen void, the everlasting void, gives you an immediate opportunity to be able to step on top of your competition, but also more importantly, to fill a void right here in, I'm just using Rio Medina as an example, but it abounds absolutely everywhere. So if you have a web page for this, it's going to take minimal to pretty well close to zero SEO. In some cases, zero SEO. We've delivered 7,600 plus leads, and I can tell you, in another video, I'm just going to cover that out very quickly, but I can tell you that we have spent probably 10% on SEO to deliver those 7,600 plus leads that it would normally cost you. So we're talking about essentially a dramatic reduction in the cost of SEO. I mean, think about it in sort of basic practical terms. You talk to your SEO and you say, hey, what's it going to cost me to rank in Rio Medina or just Martinez or just China Grove or Kirby or whatever? Same thing applies in your town, in your city, in your service area. And the fellow or the gal is going to say, well, not really a whole bunch. Drop one link and you're pretty well going to be on the first page because there's really no competition there. Now, in terms of our ability to have been able to drive the 7,600 plus leads, it's because once you rank in the outlying areas, what happens, and this is what we've proven out over 5 years, and it doesn't really take rocket science at all, is that once you rank in the peripheral areas, Google will naturally rank you for your primary city in the center. So the focus of the SEO is not on the center and the core city, it is on the peripherals. Infinitely cheaper, infinitely less work, and it takes 3 to 5 peripheral and outlying areas before Google will trust you for the main city. Far cheaper, far faster, and far more effective. So the first line, in terms of the first opportunity, if you will, is to get in there right now and start ranking and building the pages out for the peripheral areas because there is essentially no competition for in 90% of those outlying areas for your service. You can check it out, go online, put in your particular service plus the outlying area, plus the outlying area, plus the outlying area, and see what comes up. And you can test it for yourself. You might see like 1, 2, maybe 3 outlying companies, competitors who happen to be based in those outlying areas by virtue of their address. But that still leaves 6, 7 positions on the first page that are hogged pretty well by these guys. SEO costs drop dramatically. Now, the second issue, the second opportunity that you have, so the first opportunity is immediate. You can basically take advantage of having no competition in all of these outlying areas by building out those pages. The second issue is the one that I covered in the first instance. What happens if these guys actually, because they're operating in the red, and end up in chapter 11, all of a sudden there's going to be a massive void in the market in terms of Google having to start to deliver results, which is going to include you and is going to include your competitors in the outlying areas. Now, the one thing that you have to be very sort of aware of from a ranking perspective, irrespective, is that Google really doesn't like to change the top 3 positions. So once you are in the top 3 positions, they don't like to change that. So things have to go really sideways, or there has to be a really good justification. In other words, your website, your web page will be in this zone. And the reason Google doesn't like, or any search engine doesn't like to change the top 3 positions, is because they are going to lose trust, basically. So let's say you're looking for your favorite restaurant and you got ordering some food from your favorite restaurant. You don't remember the phone number because you don't care about the phone number, because all you do is just, Google, pizza your town, or pizza or whatever, and you pretty well always know that the first result or the second result or the third result or even the fourth result is going to be your favorite location, your favorite restaurant, your favorite ATM, your favorite whatever it is that you're looking for. So it's stability. It's search response stability. So when you're looking for stuff and one day you see it here in the first or second, and then next day you see it in the third position, and you see it over here, and then you see it over in the fourth position, you're not going to be really happy, because there's a user expectation, there's a user experience. So once you're in the top 2 to 3 to 4 positions, Google does not really like to change it, because they know that there's an expectation, a search result expectation happening there. Which is why if you get in there now, when there's a void and you get into the top positions, you're pretty well going to be unshakable. That's level 1. Level 2 is if there's a void in the market, because some of these guys may end up in chapter 11 sooner than you think, then that's going to create essentially a black hole. So the faster you get in there, the more economical it's going to be for you, and you're going to be able to corner the market. That is called an absolute strategic advantage. So anyway, I'm just going to leave you with that on this video, and hopefully you're going to press on and learn some more exciting stuff. So we'll talk to you soon.